This is a Lull 944E-42 Telehandler. It's made by an unknown manufacturer and it's in 1/32 scale. Now, if you look underneath it here, it just says JLG Industries made in China. And it doesn't really have any kind of manufacturer listed, and it's probably because they might have directly commissioned their models with a manufacturer in China. Who knows? But all the JLGs, all these 1/32 scale models are like that. There's no manufacturer, and they just say JLG Industries. Now, this is a pretty nice model. JLG did a really good job with these. This is really heavy. It's got good quality. The paint is great. The decals are all very good. Now, you might notice that JLG makes an awful lot of telehandlers in different company colors, different brands. And they are the parent company of essentially 4 different telehandler companies. Lull is one of them, Skytrack is another, Great All is another, and then JLG is their own brand. And while all of them are very similar, I mean, they're all telehandlers, they all do the same thing, they all have different features to them that make them unique, and that's why the brand is still split up, or the brands rather, are still separated the way that they are. Now, Lull, what makes them special is the entire boom assembly slides on the frame. You can see, if you look down in there, you can see that hollow channel in the frame, and what that does is it allows the boom to slide forward. I think it's about 6 feet on this particular model. On the 10,000 pound Lulls, I think it's 8 feet, but this one is about 6. And that is a feature specific to the Lull telehandlers. The bigger Lulls, I think almost every bricklaying company in America has a 10,000 pound Lull. They're insanely popular, just like Pettibone. You know, they're just very popular, they're very good, they're very dependable machines. And having your entire boom assembly slide forward and back like that is actually ridiculously handy in a lot of situations. And for bricklayers, setting, you know, cubes of brick up on the scaffolding, having that slide, you know, perfectly flat, or at least flat relative to the machine, is really handy. I mean, it's really, really handy. And I think that's one of the reasons why Lulls are so popular with, you know, bricklayers and masons and what have you. Now, if you look here in the operator's cab, it looks pretty good. It's got some pretty nice details there. The mesh is kind of neat. It is. You do have plastic there, like it's a piece of plexiglass, which is nice. You do have your little angle meter here. And you do have some warning labels and whatnot. Now, the motor's over here. The hood doesn't open up or anything like that, but it does have your exhaust running out. You got your four-way steering underneath, and your drive line, and all your steering components, which all look pretty good. Another thing that's interesting about this Lull is it has a tilting rack for the forks, which is pretty neat. Now, the nomenclature here, the 944, there's a reason why it's a 944. The 9 means it'll pick up 9,000 pounds. Basically, when the boom's all the way in, you can pick up 9,000 pounds and you can move it. You can't really scope out with it, but it's rated for 9,000 pounds. And you have a height of 44 feet that you can reach up to. And you have 2 sections that'll telescope out. I'll turn around here. You can see the letter sections. The letters here, that's basically it's a quick reference that if you're sitting in the seat, you can look up and you can see, all right, well, you're in your C section. That means you have, you know, 14 feet telescoped out or whatever. It just allows you to correspond with the chart. There's usually a chart either on the dash or on the side right here on the plexiglass that tells you what your capacity is as you scope out. So the boom cylinder here is pretty stiff, but you can get it boomed up all the way to pretty much your maximum working angle, and that's pretty close to what it would be on the real machine, which is nice. Your outer, I guess that's the outer, or no, that'd be the inner section. This is the outer section. The inner is pretty loose, but the outer is really pretty stiff. It's kind of hard to get it there we go. It's hard to get it to go past the E section, but it will go, and it'll hold itself up all the way once you get it out. But some of them are a little bit looser, and some of them are a little bit tighter, and this one's a little bit looser. So what's cool about the Lulls and having the whole boom assembly slide in and out, or traverse, or whatever it is, you know, suppose you're setting pallets on a roof up here, and instead of having to do a combination of booming up and kind of scoping in, and booming up and scoping in to get your forks out, you can just slide the entire boom forward 6 feet, set the pallet on the roof, and slide the whole boom back. And it just makes it really easy to set materials up on the roof. And it also allows you to what am I trying to say? You can get your maximum height out of the boom. Like, you can have your max boom angle, the forks as high as you can get them, and be able to place materials on the roof and then slide back out. You don't have to be able to give yourself room to get the forks out as far as your boom angle, if that makes any sense. That's the idea. So anyway, that's about it for this Lull. JLG did a really good job making these telehandlers, and they're definitely worth picking up. I wouldn't say they're rare by any means, but they are uncommon. They do come up for sale every once in a while, and I do think they are definitely worth picking one up. Like I said, they display well. The functionality is very good, and they're really just a nice quality model. Anyway, that's about it. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to ask. If you like the video, throw it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of what I have, please subscribe to Maryland Construction Diecast. And thanks for watching.